Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon or good evening, depending on the time of day you're watching this. If you're watching this live at 3 p.m. for the premiere, you're watching this in the afternoon, so good afternoon to you. Everybody else, either good morning or good evening. Thank you so much for watching Harrison Family Vlogs. I really appreciate every single one of you guys, because you could be watching or doing something else and you're watching this video. So from the bottom of mi corazón, right here, I appreciate you and I thank you for watching. And why does it feel like every time I want to go on and start recording for my vlog, the phone wants to go off? So being a parent, it's hard in itself. Hey son, I'm gonna put you on. You getting your work done? Do you need any help? You got this?
This is definitely harder than the other one.
It's harder, yeah.
But
okay.
I'll be able to do it.
So, but if you need help, let me know. Cause like for this, the wording's gotta be right. You gotta have it organized properly. All right. Started you off. Finish strong. All right. So, get back to work. Yeah, I'm talking about being a single father. That's it. So, being a single father is a little different. So I don't know what it's like to be a single mom. I'm not a single mom. I'm not a mother. I'm a father. My mother knows what it's like to be a single mom. My grandmother knows what it's like to be a single mom. My sister knows what it's like to be a single mom. Me, I don't know what it's like to be a single mom. But I do know what it's like to be a single dad. And when I mean single dad, I'm talking about a single dad in the sense that I am the only adult in the house with custody of my kids. And this is one of those things that is frustrating as a single parent, when you see your kids' clothes all over the living room when they have bedrooms that they can throw their clothes on the floor in. Yeah, who does this belong to? And why is it on the couch?
Cause I did my work on here and it's wild how you say.
Yeah. So, single parent life. That's something that single moms and single dads struggle with. But, so as a single parent, as a single father, it may be a little different. And I know it's surprising to some when they hear that I'm a single father with custody of my kids. I know that because all I hear is, and this is the first thing I always hear, is, oh, you have the kids? How did that happen? First off, that's none of your, well, it is really none of your business. I'm not mean like that. But I tell them that strictly I was at a place at the time where I was able to provide a more secure situation for the kids. And that's it. I don't go into like details about what happened with too much as far as the divorce and how what things that led to it. Yeah, okay, you can put on the shirt. But but that's not really what this video is about. It's not about what happened. It really is just about my journey as a single parent and a single father. As I was saying before, people are surprised when they hear that I have custody of the kids. And like I said before, it's because I was in a situation at the time where the kids would have been more secured with me. And that's it. This isn't like a knock against their mother being an incapable mom. And the assumption is that if the father has the kids, then the mom must have did something really crazy for the dads to get the kids. And that's a really messed up narrative, as if fathers can't be good, nurturing providers for their kids on their own. And I think it's because we've been conditioned to believe that mothers would make better single parents, and that's not always the case. If any adult with kids love their children enough to want to make sure that they are provided for, cared for, and loved, they would make a good parent even if they're in a single parent situation. So why hearing that I have custody of my kids is a surprise is really messed up, because it shouldn't be that way at all. It shouldn't be that the mother should automatically get the kids. And I've had reactions by people, professional people, who when they hear that I'm the custodial parent, they're like, wow, like that's not supposed to happen. They should be with their mom. They've told me this. So yeah, I know. Like, so that's the narrative, and that's the belief that fathers wouldn't make good single parents. That's a lie. It shouldn't happen. And the fact that it does is messed up. So I don't know, like so as a single father, does come with some challenges. It does. Let me explain to you a couple of those challenges. One challenge, I have to be the person that provides 100% of everything that usually a mom and a dad would provide together. That's tough. It's not really that hard, but you have to know when to put each thing on. Like I have to be 100% nurturing, a 100% disciplinarian, a 100% educator, 100% caregiver, 100% house make duty. Like I have to do 100%, but I have to do 200% because of each. Because I don't have somebody that's going to help me give 100% each. So I have to give over and beyond what my kids need. So the financial responsibility of having children and being a single parent. Now, this goes across whether you're a single mom or a single dad. Raising kids is expensive. It's not cheap, by no means. Some people have pets and it costs, a lot of money to maintain pets and care for pets and to raise pets. When you're raising children, it's on a whole nother level, right? Because there are things that as like single adults can live in a way that single parents cannot. You can have an apartment and you can have a nice small 1-bedroom or studio apartment and be fine, be comfortable. You can eat off the bare minimum if you're by yourself. But when you have kids, you want to make sure that your kids are fully provided for in all areas. They're in school. You have to make sure you have reliable internet because they got to do schoolwork. You have to make sure that the lights are on, the heat is always on, which is normal stuff. But your concern is making sure that every single thing is provided for and cared for in the house. When you're single, you can pretty much come and go as you please. As a single parent, you don't have that luxury. Your life is dependent on, especially when they're young, when your kids are young, dependent on if you're able to find care for your kids. If you want to take a nice adult vacation or go out to eat with a couple of friends, it's not easy. Comes with challenges. That goes across any. But for some reason, maybe I could be wrong, but when I was younger, I've always had challenges finding somebody to care for my kids while I wanted to do something like have some me time. Always found it difficult. And I'm not sure if that's a single dad thing. Leave a comment down below. If you're a single parent and you're watching this, was it hard for you to find care for your kids if you wanted to just have some adult time? Let me know. Other challenges is disclaimer, I am not available. Okay? So this is not me saying that I'm a single man looking for somebody. I'm not. So let me just clear that up right now. But for single fathers who are looking to date, that's hard to do also. Because I know a lot of women who are not interested in, and quality women who are not interested in dating anyone with kids. They don't want to date a man with kids. Or they'll tolerate a man who has children, but the children don't live with them. My children live with me, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But I've had situations where I wouldn't even be looked at because I come with baggage. And there's some single moms out there who have experienced that too. But like I've been told to my face, yeah, I don't know, you have kids, and I didn't really want to date anyone with kids. And they have kids of their own. Needless to say, dating is a little bit difficult when you are a single father. Disclaimer, I am not searching. I am not available. I am not out there saying this. I'm just saying like that in the past, that has been a challenge for me. Another thing, you can't be caught slipping. All your bills got to be paid. All your bills got to be paid. You cannot let anything slack, which you shouldn't anyway. But sometimes people get on hard times, right? And a single mother who is having trouble providing for their kids will probably receive more sympathy than a man who cannot provide for their kids at a particular moment. So I remember having to work hard to make sure my kids had everything. And I did it without, and although I qualified, like I made, like there was a season, a long season, like several year season, where financially I struggled bad. And I qualified for everything under the sun. And the only thing I would apply for is medical, because I wanted to make sure that my kids were okay medically. And that was it. I could have got food stamps, probably rent assistance, I could have got it all with what I made. Like what I made, it was bad. But instead of me going to get public assistance and getting all that stuff, I worked as many jobs as I can work in order to pay those bills, right? So it's like we didn't have I didn't want to have the luxury to just go and get free stuff in hopes to make ends meet. I wanted to work for it, and that's the thing. A man in that situation will receive less sympathy because we are conditioned and hardwired to think that the man is the provider, which we are. And I'm not saying that it should go both ways. In my opinion, the men should be out there working. If they're a single father, you work as hard as you can and try not to receive any handouts if possible. But if a man was to, they would receive less sympathy because we're hardwired to believe that the man is the provider and they need to work hard to earn their keep. And that's still something that I ascribe to. Working hard to earn your keep. Another thing, when your sons get older, they start feeling themselves a little bit too much and they think that they become one of the men in the house. You could be a young man in my house, but you can't be the man of the house. I'm the man of the house. You're one of the young men in the house. In my house, I'm king. You are prince. You will always be a prince as long as I'm king of my house. When you go and get your house, you become king. But then when I go to your house, we're both kings, but I submit to your rule in your house, okay? I'm a king of my house, you be the king of your house. But while you were raised under my roof, you are a prince, and you will be a prince, not a king, a prince. So my sons need to learn that. They will try to challenge me. And you know what it's like? It's like a pack of wolves where every now and then you have the beta or somebody in the pack, one of the wolves in the pack, fight for that position of alpha. I'm alpha in my home. I will always be alpha in my home. No matter how old my kids get in my house, I will be alpha. Sons will try to challenge their single fathers. And then we gotta show them, young man, you're trying, and I see you. You're growing. I acknowledge that you're growing into a man, but you are not the man in this house. I am. Know your place, little boy? I'm sorry. Know your place, young man. I'm the king. You the prince. Follow suit, and there'll be peace in the land. Yes, those are some of the challenges of being a single dad, man. It's tough. But every parent has challenges, whether you're a married couple or a single parent, single mom or single dad. It all comes with challenges. There's no blueprint for raising kids. It's not like a manual that we hand out and tell you, in order to raise perfect children, do it this way. Doesn't. I do know one thing though, and as a single father, statistically, children grow up more secure when they have access to both parents, equal access to both parents. So it's important that if you're a single parent watching this now and you have animosity toward the other parent, my encouragement to you is not to allow that animosity to affect your children, because the goal is to raise secure children. And if that's the goal, then you want to make sure that your child has access to the other parent. So don't be spiteful. Don't keep your children away from them. And I don't care if they're not paying child support. If they're not paying child support, that's something that you got to work out privately with them. You cannot keep your kids away from the other parent because they're not paying child support. You can't keep them away because they're dating somebody else and that you don't like the fact that they're dating, or you don't like the person that they're dating. You can't do that because that affects the child. As much as you think you're protecting the child, unless it's a situation where the child is in danger, I get it. Then you talk it over with the other parent and you let them know why. And then if worse comes to worse, take it to court and explain your case before a judge or a magistrate or a referee. But never keep your children away from your kids because it affects them severely. Statistically speaking, children grow up as secure adults when they have access to both parents, even if they don't live in the same home. All right, I'm gonna end it here and call it a day. Got a few things happening now. I do appreciate you guys watching, and thank you for watching it from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. I hope that this video stays up. If it doesn't, I'll have to appeal it and then put it back up. The video I posted today got taken down and I had to appeal it, so it's back up. But it's crazy that somebody keeps flagging it. But it is what it is. This is the last time I'm going to talk about it. If it keeps getting flagged and I have to keep putting it up, I'll just keep doing it. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, hit the like button, all that good stuff. And until we meet again tomorrow at 3 p.m., I appreciate you guys. I love you. And thank you so much for rocking with me. Love you all. God bless. Peace.